As Pakistan capital remains tense after the PTI March, the opposition has got new arsenal against the Shehbaz Sharif government on Thursday after it buckled under the pressure from the International Monetary Fund and spiked fuel rates by almost 30 Pakistani Rupees per litre across the country. Although it does not lift the subsidy on fuel and energy imposed by the former PTI government. The price hike, which was effected from midnight, has raised the petrol prices in the South Asian country to almost 180 Pakistani Rupees and diesel to just over 174. Pakistani Finance Minister Miftah Ismail, on announcing the price hike, clarified that the decision had to be taken to ensure the revival of the IMF program, adding that the government was aware of the political repercussions, but that Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif chose the future of Pakistan over any political ambition.
इस पॉलिटिकल सिनेरियो के अंदर, इस पॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन के अंदर ये जो शहबाज शरीफ ने फैसला लिया है, ये बड़ा सख्त फैसला लिया है, बड़ा मुश्किल फैसला लिया है। लेकिन आज भी ये जो बात हुई है, मैं आपको सच बता रहा हूं कि ख्वाजा आसिफ साहब ने ये कहा कि हम अगर अपनी सियासत बचाएं और इसमें अगर रियासत डुबा दें तो ये फैसला हमारे लिए कोई हिकमत वाला फैसला नहीं है, कोई बेहतर फैसला नहीं है। और हम ये सब समझते हैं कि अगर हमारी सियासत डूबती है लेकिन अगर हमारी रियासत बच जाती है तो वो बहुत अच्छी बात है।
The hike comes after Pakistan and the IMF failed to reach an agreement during the Doha talks over the indecision on fuel and electricity subsidies. The IMF had earlier in the week urged Pakistan to remove subsidies in order to achieve the targets set out by it. But the Sharif government had so far insisted that the deal is outdated. It did not consider the current economic scenarios, including global inflation, COVID, and the Ukraine crisis. But following the final refusal by the fund, it has had to backtrack and remove the cap on the fuel prices imposed by the previous PTI government, but it not yet lifted the sanctions that were put in place by the Imran Khan government, something that the IMF has asked for during the talks. Main opposition leader and PTI chief Imran Khan criticized Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif over the price hike, calling the government insensitive. He said that it did not pursue PTI's deal with Russia for 30% cheaper oil. The former Pakistan Prime Minister then went on to praise India, saying that the strategic ally of the US has managed to reduce fuel prices by buying cheaper oil from Russia. Pakistan had entered a 3-year, $6 billion deal with the IMF back in 2019. But a pending tranche of over $900 million is still due, contingent on a successful IMF review. Pakistan has so far received 3 out of the $6 billion, and with the program is due to end later this year. The new Pakistan government under Shehbaz Sharif is seeking an extension till June 2023. The IMF has made the resumption of the program contingent on the reversal of subsidies given by the PTI government. And for more updates on this story, we are being joined by our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik live from Islamabad. Anas Malik, good to see you. What's the latest on the price hike fiasco? How are Pakistanis reacting to this crisis that is unfolding in the country?
Well, Eric, by all means, this is being received as a petrol bomb that has been dropped on the common man or on the common public, and the government says that it is cognizant of the matter and that it will be making ample efforts to provide relief to the common man, and as a continuation of which they're coming up with a relief package for commoners, for people those who commute using bikes, motorcycles or public transports. They're coming up with a specialized package, and in a very short while from now, the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is to address the nation in about some hours from now, where he will be announcing this package, and he will be taking the nation into confidence. But overall, this decision has been met with sharp criticism, both from the opposition parties and in fact from the government's own allies as well. We saw critique coming in from the MQM, which is a key ally, and then from Mustafa Nawaz Khokar, who hails from the Pakistan People's Party, who has been implying in his tweet that if the burden is to be taken, then what is the point of taking the burden, given that the elections are to happen sometime next year if these assemblies are to complete their electoral term. So mixed reactions, but by and large, the government is facing the heat, and in a short while from now, we will be seeing the Pakistani Prime Minister addressing and announcing those relief measures. Eric?
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.